What is up? Eclipse Dawn here with another tarot reading. Right now I'm in the beautiful area by the river on a reservation, and I had a beautiful day. And I just want to say thank you so much for watching these videos, for participating in the spiritual conversation, for being a part of my channel. If you subscribed, you are a beautiful star, and you always will be in my heart. All of you, whether you can subscribe or not. But those who have subscribed, thank you so much. I will continue to make these videos as long as it feels right. And you know, right now I'm called to do a soulmate reading for all the signs. I don't have enough time to do each sign individually, so I'm just gonna do it by elements. So this reading is for whoever it resonates with, whenever you hear it. We are in June 2019 right now. But the thing about tarot readings like this can be, they might actually be more appropriate for you at the time you hear it than the time that I filmed it. That's the funny thing about spirit. So with that being said, we're gonna get into it. We're gonna start with fire signs. So fire signs, Leo, Sag, and Aries. Soulmate reading, okay? Leo, Sag, and Aries, calling in the energy of the fire. Those who are influenced by fire energy greatly in their chart. Might be your sun, might be your moon, might be your rising, might be your Venus. You might have a lot of fire in your chart. If you don't know what your chart is, go to Astro Cafe or any other of the free sites. Not of them, all of them are the best, but they're all basically the same. They're birth chart calendars. Look up free natal birth chart. You're gonna want to know the time you were born if you can, but it's still worth doing even if you don't know the time you're born. So first off, as I'm shuffling, the star card flipped. So that's an Aquarius card. So fire signs, you might be dealing with an Aquarius as a person that you have interest for and in, right? But we're gonna just stick that right back in. We also have the star card is a unique individual, someone who's noticed, someone who's recognized, someone who is kind of a beacon of energy, who is mesmerizing at times, who's someone who calls energy to them, okay? They're the sign of the future. Aquarius is the sign of the future. The star is like the North Star. It's the rising, where, you know, when we say your ascending star in your chart, that's your baseline, that's your horizon. That's when the North Star rises, you know where your due north is. You know, it's your due north, okay? Again, while I'm shuffling, the Ten of Pentacles came out as well. So what I would say about this is material growth, this is financial wealth, this is family, legacy, especially responsibility, yes. Sometimes it can be a burden in and of itself. It just depends on your mentality and how much you appreciate what you have. You could have a lot of people in your family. You could be feeling a little bit of responsibility in your family, but there's definitely a lot of joy in that realm. It's a happy home. It's also just having property. It might be something in your mind that you're wanting to do with this person. You know, build a life, build a legacy, build a home, literally on some property, okay? So we're gonna go with fire signs, June 2019 soulmate reading. Thank you, Spirit, north, south, east, and west, above and below. I call in the ancestors that are here in the name of the most compassionate love. I call in the spirit guides that are here for me at all times. I see heartbreak. There's some heartbreak, and there is some feeling that there are other people involved, whether they're positive or negative, I couldn't say. Since they came out with the Three of Swords, there could be people involved that are causing pain, or you are causing pain to other people, you know. There's some kind of collaboration that was going on within the relationship, but there was other people involved that were also affected by it, by this heartbreak, okay? So yes, that can allude to someone who's seeing more than one person at a time, but it also could just be more like, that's more like Seven of Swords energy. It's more like there's just other people involved, okay? And they have something to do with this pain. So we're going to look at you, the way you think and feel about yourself, the way you think and feel about them, the way they think and feel about themselves and think and feel about you. So, the way you think and feel, that's 3 cards. I'm just going to... Alright, Spirit says take them, so I'm going to take them. Because... Alright, that's funny. Okay. So, what you're thinking right now, again, the star came out again. Okay. So you are thinking about this. You're also thinking about your dreams and your desires, what it is that you really gets you going, what inspires you. Okay. There's a nightingale. There's a song in the night. Okay. There's a message about a song in the night. Maybe it's a song you came up with at night. Fire signs. Okay. Okay, so what you're thinking is you're thinking about this happy home that you want to create with this person in the future, right? Because the Ten of Pentacles came out again. And like, yeah, I put them both back in different places, and you saw me shuffling, and I don't know, they came out, so I'm taking them because I was going to put them back in. I didn't know what they were, but then when I was putting them back in the deck, I heard Spirit say, no, those are the cards, and so flip them over, and there they are. So I'm going to say, those are the cards for you anyway, okay? So, you know, you're thinking about this home you're developing, or you're wanting in your mind and in your future, in your heart. You're inspired to create like a happy environment for you and your family. It might even be that you feel that you want to care for your parents or someone else who might need, you know, some community. I'm just going to do a little wave here with the sage. Okay. But what I see also is the Eight of Wands reversed. So what that tells me is there's a lack of communication here. There's something that's not coming through. Okay? There's something that's not coming through as far as communication goes, especially through technology, through the ethers. Not so much psychic energy. This is more of actual actions within typing or writing or saying words. Not so much things that are being thought, okay? So there's a fast-moving energy that could be there, but it's not. Instead, there is a delay, okay? So you're feeling like there's some kind of delay, and it's related to, excuse me, some kind of lack of communication, fire sign. So that's what you're thinking, right? So what you're feeling is that you have some love to give. It's kind of like a new thing. It's a young love. It's a precious love. And you also feel maybe like, you know, this could be a water sign in your life, Pisces, Pisces and Cancer. And I don't know why I'm having a brain fart right now. Scorpio. Sorry, Scorpio. So there could be that energy of somebody that has that in their chart, but it's kind of like an offering here that he's giving from his heart. But there's a little fish in the cup, and the little fish it could be a lot of things, okay? It is creation in and of itself. There's some karma involved. It's not all free and clear. There's some kind of message here. There's some kind of lesson to be learned. The fish could be embarrassing even sometimes, or like push you outside of your comfort zone. There's also an offering of peace here. There's offering of an apology sometimes. There's, so you're feeling that energy. I feel like that's how you're feeling. You're feeling like you have something to give, but you're not quite sure how to approach it. There's divine timing involved. Okay, you are in a standstill for sure. Again, with the Eight of Wands reversed, you're feeling like you know that this is you're wise enough to know there's something to be learned here with this waiting pattern. You're really trying to go into yourself, fire signs, and find peace within this journey that you're on, because you see something really great for you in the future. You see the stability you're trying to build, and you believe in it. But you're not sure if someone isn't communicating to you that they're with you 100%, or you're not 100% communicating what it is you want or you see into the future. But you want to offer it. There's a standstill here, and your soul, and you're feeling that it is appropriate, okay? But at the same time, you're feeling defensive against somebody who, it could also be a fire sign, could be a mother, could be someone who is that they seem really full of themselves, okay? They could be someone involved that's keeping you from moving forward. It might not be your soulmate in particular. Okay, this is how you're feeling about yourself, so you could also be that queen reverse. This is a fire sign, so it could be that your energy is causing you to feel defensive. Like, your lack of energy could make you feel like you need to push things away, right? You also could be battling with some anger issues, fire signs. You could be feeling like, you're feeling that, you have this kind of intense anger inside that could create something that you're trying to kind of keep at bay. And it could be related to your soulmate or not, okay? This is how you're feeling about yourself, right? You could be trying to tame something in yourself. And you know that this time of waiting actually gives you that opportunity to do that, so that you're okay with it, okay? But you want to offer something more. That's what I see about how you feel about yourself. How do you feel about your soulmate, fire signs? There's one. Okay, you get the sun reversed. Came flying out too, and it landed reversed. So what I would say is, you feel that there is something really beautiful there, but it's not coming through. There's some kind of disappointment, something that didn't come through, okay? You're thinking about how you wish that there was more of a innocence to it. You're wishing that there was some more simplicity, more illumination, more clarity. Feeling like, you are thinking that maybe they don't see you for who you are totally, okay? And maybe that's because of this Queen of Wands reverse energy. It's keeping you from feeling like you're really truly yourself right now. And also it could be that you feel that way about them, that they aren't being truly themselves right now, okay? I also got some more cards that came out all together. You're getting a lot of cards, fire signs. I'm just gonna go with it. But what I see is you're feeling like they're not coming through to you with the love that you want them to offer you. You think that they're not offering it to you because they need to let go of something that has given them a lot of stability in the past, and they haven't been able to face their own actions yet. They're not really able to move past something that they're you're wanting them to face the music. Like, something's already been done, right, fire signs, and or maybe like you think that they are caught up in something, so they're not able to let go of something that you're either that, or you see that they are letting go of a lot of things that were giving them comfort before, or that they have put themselves in a position where they're going to have to release that type of stability in their life. And it's going to cause them some form of regret, and that's keeping them from coming through to you with the offer of love that they should. Okay, right? You think that's what's going on with them, but you also think that they are somebody who could bring in a lot of blessings into your life. You think that they're someone who could be very financially successful too, and that you think that that God would bless your union. Okay, fire? So let's see. What do you feel? You feel like, yeah, you know that you're going to spend time alone. You know you need to. You know you need to tap into yourself and your own self-love, self-acceptance, and your own spiritual journey. You're definitely on a spiritual journey. You know that is the truth, that you're learning the truth of yourself. Okay, and you know that they are, you feel truly a divine relationship with this person. Okay, you feel as though they're going to have to come through with the truth on something, and that means that they're going to have to go it alone in some way as well. Okay, so there's that energy going on with both of you. Okay, so that's how you think and feel. Let's just set that over here. It's starting to get dark, so fire. How do they feel and think about themselves? How do they think? What are they thinking about themselves right now? For fire signs, June 2019. What are they thinking for themselves right now? About themselves, about their situation. They say flip it. They are in nostalgia. They might be dealing with children. They are thinking about the past. They're thinking about simpler times. They're thinking about what it was to grow up. They're thinking about how they want to raise their children. They're thinking about karmic relationships. They're thinking about a soulmate. They're thinking about their history, their past, their childhood. They're thinking about their own children if they have children. They are definitely feeling unable to end something they know it's going to end anyway. Okay? They're delaying a process. They don't want to face the music. Like I said, I feel like you want them to, and you think they should, and they're going to have to, but they don't want to. Guess what? They get the judgment reverse as well. This is like double divine ending that is being called for by Kingdom upon high, but it's not happening. That's a blockage. That's a buildup. It's going to have to happen eventually, but they're caught up in some kind of not being able to let go of the past stuff. You know what I'm talking about. Okay, 3 more cards came out. They also have a lot of love for you. They love you. It is true. Okay? They want to come through for you with some passion. They want to promise you something. They really do. They see you as someone that brings love into their life. Everything they could want, really, and they want to come after it. They want to get it, but it's not the right time. Something's wrong with the timing here. Something's holding it up. Okay, and I'm going to just put it to you straight. Yes, you could blame it on their situation, but the truth is your alignment is going to bring them to you. Whatever it is you need to work out over here, okay? This energy, this hot energy that's like, it's intense. It might make you want to smoke. It might make you want to act out, do something crazy. Or, you know, it might make you feel real depleted of energy, like you just don't have any patience. Okay, you're on edge. That kind of energy, anxiety as well. That's going to block this energy as well. You know, this divine timing, this is how they're feeling about you. It's not the right time yet. That comes for both of you, and there's some kind of injustice that they see or they feel that has gone on with you, between the two of you. Okay? Some kind of imbalance they're feeling. They might be afraid of facing the truth. They're definitely overburdened. It's making them a little overwhelmed, okay? So what's your connection here? Let's see. What's the best possible outcome for them to come together? Again, with the Three of Pentacles reversed this time. So yeah, I think there's some facing of the music going on for all you fire signs. Whoo, the lottie. Capricorn, double sign, karmic relationship, divine as well, but not in the light, in the dark. This now, with these two cards coming out, yeah, there might be some cheating going on, some lying on somebody's. This could be adultery, definitely. Okay, but it doesn't have to be that. It could be just telling lies to yourself, believing things that aren't quite true. This also could be someone else getting involved, throwing a wrench in your game. Someone who's karmically tied to one of you. And that could be just energetically, even if they're not physically disrupting your relationship, the presence of them in your heart and mind is disrupting your relationship with this other person. So it just depends on your situation, fire signs. I want you to be careful if you are struggling with addiction right now of any kind. Be extra careful. Be gentle with yourself right now. Try to hold back on doing too much of whatever it is you do normally. Don't overdo it in the next few weeks. There's an eclipse coming up in July, solar eclipse. There's a lunar eclipse coming up in Capricorn as well. There's a lot of different, or is that the solar eclipse? Anyway, there's a lunar eclipse coming up, solar eclipse. I don't have my notes right now. You are being affected by these eclipses. Are coming up soon. That kind of energy is here. If you're dealing with addiction, that can make it more potent as far as more intense for you. You could feel more compulsive or more need for that substance than normal, or you could overdo it, and or it could be affecting you more and making you more sensitive than normal. You're more sensitive to it than normal. So be careful with that, okay? If it's your soulmate that's dealing with it, then you just have to pray for them if you can't directly talk to them about it, or if you can, try to come at it with a gentle approach to just helping them love themselves more, okay? A lot of times with addiction, you have to come around from the side to address it, not head on, you know what I'm saying? But what I see is that there's an involvement going on with 3 people or more that is continuing a karmic cycle that has to do with sin. I'm going to straight up say, sin to me is an act against your own self, your own higher self, your own self-love. That's a sin. Okay, then Hierophant comes out. So this is morality. So this is where you're going to connect, okay? Your best possible outcome really is to face the dark side of your relationship and whatever history you've had with dishonesty or addiction or other people's energy, and cut it out and bring in a whole new higher vibration of morality and truth into your life together. Okay, and this could be marriage. So it's really about choices here. I just keep hearing choices, choices, choices. Okay, I'm gonna pull some Druid decks and then I gotta go because it's starting to get dark. My fire signs. What's the challenge? Well, we see a lot of challenges already, don't we? What's the challenge for fire signs in love with their soulmate? The Hierophant is a very powerful card. This is definitely, somebody that you do have karma with, and I could see why you want to have a future with them. There's just some stuff you need to work through. You've got the 2 of Cups. I mean, this is love. This is love. But they're not facing it. This is, again, the 3 of Pentacles again reversed, okay? So, yeah. So what's the best possible outcome here? I'm getting frustrated for you. I'm yeah, it feels frustrating. What's the point, And it could be that you're going to let it go. I don't know. But I do see that you want to give up. There's fighting going on, mental arguments going on. Could be actual arguments between people with words, face to face. Or it could be an argument going on inside of you or them. But in your connection, there's a certain level of, even though there's an argument that has to happen. This is what I see. They're coming for you. They're like, they have to fight this fight, and then they come for you. They're making this long haul, this long path, this long journey. It takes a lot of endurance to make it up the mountain. But this is someone coming through, coming in. It's an earth sign. They have a lot of endurance, you know? So I do see somebody coming back around. If they go, it's just going to take time. It's going to be a change, okay? Temperance is here, patience, alchemy of truth, alchemy of spirit. Learning how to love yourself through this, because there is a looming kind of darker energy, earth energy here with the devil and the King of Pentacles reverse. So someone who is not living in abundance right now, maybe because of their addictions. This is the kind of alchemy that needs to come through for this union to work out. It doesn't necessarily have to be a physical addiction to some kind of substance, but somebody is not able to appreciate what they have right now, and they're not truly being themselves. There's also an energy of someone being lethargic, reserved, or closed off, sedentary, okay? So take it or leave it. All that energy is involved, but I do see, it's like there's two stories going on. I see like too much arguing and other people involved, and like this side action energy, and maybe, you know, some depreciated energy or overly hyper extensive energy. But then I see, you know, so much love possible, financial freedom possible, but this ending has to happen. This burden has to be put down on their side while you do the work on your side. You have to find that peace within in that waiting. But you know that it's not so much about that for you. You're kind of waiting for them to let the other shoe drop, you know? It could be that. The reverse. It could be the reverse. But somebody isn't totally being honest yet with themselves. I see that there's some divine energy karma coming through that you aren't going to have total control of, fire. Some of it is going to be just, it's going to be what it is. It's going to be how the cookie freaking crumbles, and I see that too. But I really want you to practice self-love through this process, because there's going to be shedding for your blessings to come in. You know, a release of something that might have made you feel really secure and stable, but it's a comfort zone, and that comfort zone is actually led you, this person more even, but you too, but whoever's, you know, dealing with this 10 of Wands, the reverse justice, the reverse death, and the reverse judgment. Like, this person is not facing the music, and they're not letting the change that has to happen, even though they have so much love to give and appreciation for you. It's not going to happen. The divine timing is not going to come through right now, because they're not being real. Somebody's not being real, okay? It's hard sometimes. I'm not coming down on anybody, because I know I've had lots of different experiences in my life, you know, and someday maybe I'll do more talks about all of the things I've learned through these ups and downs and trials and tribulations. I would tell you what, okay, I'm not joking about that. But, you know, no one can tell you how to live it. No one can tell you how to love somebody else, and no one can tell you if it's a divine union or not. Only you know that inside of you. But you, just because it's a divine union, and I learned this the hard way, doesn't mean it's going to happen in this life. Be grateful you've even met them, with all of the possibilities in the universe that your souls came back around together. But don't get attached to it having to work out perfect, especially not in the timing that you want it to work. So there's a release going on a little bit, but I do see that you know that. You're settling into that, and you really want truth. You're working out some dry spots and that need to be cleansed and washed for you. I feel like they're dealing with way more personal conflict. Somebody they're arguing with, some kind of burden they don't want it to be theirs, some kind of not telling the whole story to everybody in their life, some kind of holding back on some kind of real important truth that needs to be said and done and did for the wheel to turn. Okay, so patience and morality are the major lesson here for you. It's starting to get dark, so I'm going to cut it off. But fire signs, with your soulmate, patience and morality. Practice patience and practice your own moralities. What do you believe? You know, what is it that you feel is right? Maybe that's changing. You know, reel it in and hone it in. Because this person, you know, even if it's a divine union, you might end up changing the way you feel about it. You know what I'm saying? As you change. You don't know, right? So continue to grow yourself, fire signs, is what I would say, you know, because they have a lot more work to do on their end before they can come through. I know you're considering offering something, but you're also kind of just waiting for them to come through to you, but you know they're not. Well, that's why, because they aren't facing the music. And it could be the other way around. Maybe it's you that's not facing the music and they're waiting for you. Only you know that. But I do hope, I do hope that this was a good reading. I have a tickle in my throat and it's getting dark. So I'm going to say goodbye. Eclipse Dawn signing out. You know I love you. I hope you enjoyed this beautiful weather. I know I did. Ciao.